Hello everyone. Today we're going to be talking about a process. It's a technique called R.A.I.N. It's an acronym, and I'm going to just kind of get into the specifics of it. It's a great process for you to use on your own when you start to feel like things are, your emotion may be really high, you're hurt, just when you're stressed, overwhelmed, and whatnot. I see it seems to be like a theme here. Maybe it's just me. However, I think we all go through those things. Sometimes on a daily basis. It depends on our stress levels at any given time. So the R.A.I.N process was developed by a woman named Michelle McDonald, who is kind of really big in the mindfulness movement, if you will. And then I read a book, this book right here called Radical Compassion by Tara Brach, who is a meditation. She does a lot of meditations online. She's fantastic and has a great podcast too, if you're interested. So she wrote this book using this R.A.I.N method for practicing mindfulness, compassion, and living and feeling every moment, which is kind of the goal, right? You want to hang on to every single moment because each one is precious. So the R.A.I.N acronym consists of 4 different steps each, of course, the R, A, I, and N. The R stands for recognizing what is happening. So when you're feeling an emotion, you have to recognize it, right? This is what it is, but it isn't you. I am feeling this, naming it. The A is allow. So you're going to allow that experience to just be what it is. And the I is to investigate with interest and care. So you'll ask yourself questions. Why am I feeling this? Have I felt this before? And the N is nurture or identification, which is basically what I said, the idea of I am not my emotion, however, I am feeling this emotion. And to recognize too that is something that will pass, as they all do. Some hang out longer than others, but they do pass. So we're just kind of going to get started. This is going to be a little bit different than the norm, because it's just, I want to give you kind of the rundown of how to go through this process. It's really interesting, and I've tried it a few times, and it's really eye-opening, and if you want it to, you can go as shallow or deep into this as you want. You can just do the first step. Sometimes that is enough to just make you feel much more at ease with whatever situation you're going through, or you can deep dive and really work this little program and find a lot out about your emotions and where maybe they come from, like way back kind of come from. So it's really interesting, and I hope you enjoy it. I do recommend that book called Radical Compassion. She's got many books out there, and they're quite good. Very intense when it comes to if you're struggling with things or just kind of coming into your own of understanding yourself. So we'll begin, and just go ahead and relax. And again, when you practice this, you don't even have to technically meditate, but we're just going to go ahead and relax. I'm going to work through the steps, and you just identify with whatever you have, or just keep it in your little memory bank for when you do need it, okay? All right, so go ahead and relax. Of course, you can breathe and relax your body. So we're going to say that we are currently experiencing some feelings, some emotions that may be difficult, and you're a little stressed out. So what you're going to do is relax. I'm going to start with the letter R, which is to recognize. So we're going to take a moment and recognize that there is a strong emotion present in your mind and your body. And I want you to turn towards what you're experiencing. Turn towards that feeling, and do it in an open and non-judgmental way. Tune in to that feeling in this present moment and experience what is happening. What's happening in your mind and in your body. We're going to go ahead and directly name that. Whether it be, I'm feeling stressed, I'm feeling overwhelmed, my feelings are hurt, whatever that may be. So with naming those, we can move on to, if that's enough for you, and just naming it brings you at ease, you can stay right there, breathe yourself out, deep cleansing breath, and go about your day. Otherwise, we can continue on with the letter A, which is our allow. And the allowing means to let it be as it is. Acknowledge and accept that feeling, the present reality. But it doesn't mean that you have to like it. It just means that you're going to soften into it. Stop any mental resistance that you have towards accepting that this feeling, you have this feeling or this situation. Once you've accepted that, we're going to go ahead and move on to I, which is investigate. So now that you've recognized what you're feeling and allowed it to be, you're going to go ahead and ask yourself some questions. Like, why do I feel this way? Have I felt this way before? Approaching your thoughts and your feelings with kindness and curiousness, as if you are standing outside of you. And then the last question to ask yourself would be, are there any actions that I can take to support myself and or others in this difficult time? And our last step is with the letter N, which is nurture or non-identify, where you turn your attention to a simple fact, that is that you are not identified by your thoughts or emotions, and that you have to nurture yourself to work yourself through these things, and know that you're not bad because you feel anger or frustration, that you're human and you are not your feelings. This will bring you a sense of freedom, ease, and then at the end of this, we just go ahead and breathe and get ourselves centered again. That's it. So I hope that you practice this, give it a try. Sometimes it's hard to remember to do those things when you're kind of in the midst of something. However, it's okay to do it a little later. I know I have a tendency sometimes when I get real whipped up, I will just go out and sit in my car because it's too cold to just sit outside right now. And that's, you know, a timeout where I can go ahead and work through something like this to just try to really be real with myself, honest, and kind of dig down and pull that feeling out. It'll give you a peace, I think, in the middle of chaos, which is, I think, what we all really do look for. And remember that no matter how intense that storm is, there's always a part of you that you can find stillness and peace. We can all do that. You just have to practice it. So I wish you all a beautiful and wonderful day, and I appreciate you joining me. Thank you, everyone. Have a great